Sir.
Good morning, VAIBHAV.
Good morning, sir.
Could you give us your introduction, please?
Sir, as you know, my name is VAIBHAV Anand Sharma. I was born in Moradabad. It's a city in western Uttar Pradesh. From there, I completed my schooling. Then I went ahead to Noida in JP Institute of Information Technology. I completed my ECE branch engineering there, Electronics and Communication Engineering, which was completed in 2017. After that, I went ahead to pursue a sales career in Mumbai in a firm called Zycus Infotech, sir. And so since 2019, I've been preparing for this exam.
Why did you give up that job and think of a career in the civil services?
Sir, I wanted to reorient myself for a long-term orientation in my career, and that's when I decided that civil services is a career I would like to pursue.
No, but what is it that a civil service career has which other career options do not?
Sir, it gives us an opportunity to give back to the society. It gives us an opportunity to bring real-term dividends in society, which are very much necessary. Very basic changes, but very important changes can be brought through civil services, which I feel is unique to the services, sir.
In terms of one district, one product, which is the product assigned to Moradabad?
Sir, it's the brass products, brass handicrafts.
So, what is your view of this particular approach, one district, one product? Don't you think it's unnecessarily hampering diversification?
No, sir, I don't think so, that it is hampering diversification, because if an economy grows with respect to one product, it will have positive externalities for other products as well, because the supply chains that get developed because of that product can be used for other products also. The logistical efficiency that is achieved using that product can be used for other products also. That's why I feel so.
Right. Now, are you aware that UP has the distinction of giving the first woman governor and the first woman CM to the country? Are you aware?
Sir, if I'm not wrong, she was Sarojini Naidu, who was the first governor of UP. But however, I'm not aware of the first chief minister who was a woman, sir.
Sucheta Kriplani.
Okay, sir.
You aspire for a career in the civil services. Have you heard of Max Weber?
Yes, sir.
Who was he?
So he was a prominent sociologist. So he gave many theories, some on religion, some on capitalism, etc.
What were his views on bureaucracy? He detailed 6 features of bureaucracy. Can you give me an idea of those features?
Sir, I can recall a few. One is hierarchy. Second is bureaucracy as a vocation. Third is rule-based order and written communication. And sir, I'm not able to recall the others, sir, but it revolved around the steel frame of bureaucracy and the rigid architecture of it.
My final question, what do you understand by the rule of law?
So by rule of law, I understand predictability in governance and a respect for the citizens' rights, with the ultimate aim of developing the holistic existence of society, sir.
Thank you. We'll revert to this in our feedback, please.
Good afternoon, Vaibhav.
Good afternoon, Ramya, sir.
Carrying on from your optional of sociology,
Yes, sir.
can you name any famous sociologists from UP?
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not able to recall right now.
Okay. There's a lot of debate going on that in ancient times we were far ahead of the Western world, whereas the British colonization resulted in dragging us back. Do you agree with that?
Sir, in many respects it is true, and in many respects it is not true as well. We have to have, if we are about to have this discussion, sir, then I think it's very important to define the sector in which we are talking about. If we are talking about technology, then definitely during the time of Chandragupta II in the Gupta dynasty, India was indeed in its golden age of science and technology. But there were many customs and social evils which were there in India, which I think have no parallels in the world.
There's a lot of discussion about caste census
Yes, sir.
in certain states, and even some parties are wanting it at the national level.
Yes, sir.
What are your views on that?
Sir, I believe that caste census can provide us an insight into the different status in which the segmented progress has been made in the caste system. However, sir, the intention behind this caste system is very important. Sir, if it is for social engineering for vote bank politics, then I don't agree with it. However, if it is to have a greater insight into the aspects of how deprived various sections within the same caste are, then I think, sir, it's a necessary move.
Okay. Coming to your city of Moradabad, where does it rank in terms of Swachhata?
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact ranking. However, I know that it is not in the top 5. The ranking was released just a few days ago, but unfortunately, it's not in the top of my mind, sir.
What steps would you take if given an opportunity to improve its ranking?
Sir, we have Ramganga River that flows alongside our city. Sir, I don't see any sewage treatment plants there. So first of all, my first step would be to have end-to-end sewage disposal management there, because there are open drains that are going inside it. So third would be to segregate waste, because right now there is a lack of awareness in Moradabad when it comes to segregation of waste right from the household area. We are mixing all the waste and giving it to the people who come to collect it. So I think these are the issues that should be, they are the low-hanging fruits that should be taken care of.
And any suggestions regarding planning, urban planning?
Sir, I believe that the Moradabad Development Authority, when it undertakes any project, it takes a siloed view of it. It does not take into consideration the schools that are present there, the libraries that are present there. However, it is the first project that has come up in Moradabad, which is the new Moradabad project, wherein they have taken into consideration libraries, schools, etc., and parks also. There is an eco park that has come up. I think, sir, this is the planning initiative that should be replicated in the older projects of Moradabad Development Authority as well, because the space is available, sir.
Okay, my final question to you is, you must have heard about smart city
Yes.
policy. What is it?
So smart city policy refers to an array of projects which aims to better organize the governance in a city and aims to more streamline the delivery process of various public utilities to the people, sir.
Can you name specific 2-3?
Sir, solar projects I can think of. The street lights in my city that have come up because of the smart city mission, they are solar powered. So third, there have been dedicated pedestrian highways, pedestrian roads that have been made. Cycling tracks, an attempt have been made, but however it falls prey to encroachment. And so parks have been renovated. There have been open gym facilities available in the parks in Moradabad now. Sir.
Thank you.
My pleasure, sir.
Yeah, Vaibhav, what is the focus area of Suryodaya Yojana, which was recently announced by our Honorable Prime Minister?
So if I'm not mistaken, it focuses on the rooftop solar component of the national
Rooftop solar?
rooftop solar plants, sir.
Okay. Plants.
Not exactly plants, sir, because the scale is not similar to.
Okay, fine. So, why should rooftop be the focus area? Rooftops.
Yes. Sir, it is so because if we look at the traditional solar plants, it takes a lot of area. And however, we can take irrigation alongside that rooftop plantation, but the fact is that it takes a lot of area and land acquisition issues remain
Think
persistent.
something else.
Sir, it will also generate civic consciousness among the people for renewable energy because they will be planting on their.
Okay, think beyond it.
Sir, I think it will be able to utilize on the existing infrastructure and the existing grid connectivity which is there, sir.
If there is a rooftop solar plant, where the solar energy setup, it will provide energy, electrical energy to the household.
Sir, it depends upon what kind of system they have installed. If there is a smart meter and there is net metering, we can also give back the electricity. But if there is a
That is the second part. The surplus energy can go to the grid.
yes,
Fine. Anyway, you are fond of adventure driving. Interesting.
sir. Yes, I have.
What do you do in adventure driving?
So the first thing is the choice of vehicle. We choose the
What
right.
you do?
Sir, I drive it, sir. I drive. I choose the terrain. I choose a technical terrain, sir. There are certain obstacles, and I drive on it, sir.
What was your last experience? Where did you go for adventure driving?
Sir, it was in Munsiari in December 2023.
Munsiari? Adventure driving in Munsiari?
Yes, sir.
There is no track for adventure driving in Munsiari. What do you mean?
Sir, there is not a dedicated track. However, the roads are very adventurous naturally, sir.
Oh, that is, you call that adventure driving?
Sir,
I have drove to Munsiari. I am not able to think of any road for adventure driving.
Sir, I think, sir, I guess that you must have taken the Nainital route. Am I right, sir?
Anyway, don't question me.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Sir.
And what is this moderate trekking? Trekking I have heard of,
Yes.
but now you have prefixed it with moderate.
So by moderate, although there is no holistic classification which is global, however, different trekking groups, they try to classify different treks based on the
No, you tell me your idea of moderate trekking, not the others.
yes, sir. So when the technical terrain does not exist on a trek and you can simply walk on the trek and enjoy the view, I call it moderate trekking, sir.
And what is technical trekking?
So it means that sometimes there are stone obstacles that need special expertise. Sometimes there are mud areas that need special expertise. I do not have that expertise, sir. That's why I think moderate trekking is the appropriate word for my adventure.
Okay, you had gone to Munsiari.
Yes, sir.
Did you go to Khalia top or somewhere trekking?
No, sir.
Hmm?
Unfortunately, no, sir.
What did you do in Munsiari?
Sir, I actually just drove. It was after my mains exam and I enjoyed the drive. I wanted to trek there because there are multiple.
So which mountain peaks you see from Munsiari?
Nanda Devi, sir.
Think hard.
So there were multiple important peaks there. I have to accept that I lack awareness.
Anchacholi,
Yes, sir. You're right.
not Nanda Devi. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
Okay, please.
Welcome, Mr. Vaibhav. See, now Ram Temple has been inaugurated.
Yes, sir.
Apart from the economic benefits, what other benefits we as a country will get in the longer term?
Sir, I think, sir, it will be re-cementing the values of Ramayana in the long term. Because personally to me also, the resurgence of the values of Ramayana and the discussions around it, it was rekindled because of the Ram Temple debate. So I think, sir, in the longer term for multiple generations, that would be a dividend that we would cherish, sir.
Anything else you can think of?
Sir, it will also be an architectural marvel. So I think it will be an important case study for the architects in future. And it will also be a good case study for the aspiring candidates who want to study the different architectural aspects of India's traditional heritage.
Okay. The UP is a big state. Now, earlier we have experimented to making smaller states, Bihar, Andhra, even Uttarakhand was carved out. Is there a case to divide UP into 2 or 3 states? If yes, why? What benefit we should get? If no, why?
Yes, sir. I have often heard these discussions amongst public that they aspire that UP should be divided. However, sir, there are pros and cons. Sir, with the pros, I would say that the administration can become more focused because the eastern aspect of UP and the western side of UP, they differ in culture, dialect, language and many other aspects. So it would be easier for the administration to understand the pulse of the public. This is the benefit. However, sir, there can be certain negativities also. For example, there are different economies, different districts which provide different kinds of economies. Saharanpur for the wooden handicraft, Muradabad for the brass, aluminium and steel handicraft. Similarly, Bareilly for other kinds of architecture, carpentry. So, sir, these economies can be combined, the logistical efficiency can be combined and these energies can turn into a synergy if there is a big state. However, that will be a little tricky when it comes to a divided state, sir.
Okay. See, so tell me what is our share of export in the total world trade?
Sir, I think it is around 2%. However, I should be more sure on it.
Okay. See, we are talking of becoming Viksit Bharat by 2047. Now, to become a Viksit Bharat, our economy is mostly inward looking. So, how we can tap our potential to become a export giant? What are the areas where we have strength and we want to build on it? And what are the other new areas which we should build on it to become a export hub?
Sir, if I talk about services, then I think I was reading a discussion by Mr. Raghuram Rajan, who was the former RBI governor. He said that we should further expand on our services capabilities. We are good in business process outsourcing, and we are also exporting other services like accountancy, etc. So we should capitalize on that and incentivize this sector. And in this sector, sir, the future also lies in artificial intelligence. I think, sir, artificial intelligence provides us a clean slate wherein we can really be at the driving seat in the world instead of catching hold of the already made advancements by the Western world. And sir, as far as the goods export is concerned, I think, sir, I think in the goods export, we need better logistical efficiency. For example, I know the case of Moradabad, wherein the traders, they really are concerned about the container shipments and the problems that come with it, sir.
But any other, I wanted to have some few areas where we will have export edge, as we can become export hub. Like items, the manufacturing areas. Could you pinpoint something?
Sir, I can share an example from Moradabad.
Any other thing apart from Moradabad?
Sir, I think
What are the areas where we are strong and we can become a international supply?
Sir, we can be a great automobile exporter, sir. Although our automobile manufacturing is mainly catering to our domestic demand right now, but we can expand it greatly.
One area, yes.
For example, the Ford automobile is coming back to India, and it primarily focuses on using India as a platform to export to other geographies.
Any other area? One or two you can.
Sir, I think our apparel manufacturing
Yes.
can be a great component.
Yes.
We can tap on it. And so the third is semiconductor exports, I think, is the future. However, we are not already there, but I think it holds us in the future, sir.
And another important is pharmaceutical.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay, thank you.
VAIBHAV,
Yes, sir.
to what extent are individually shaped by the society? Give me one positive and one negative example.
So the positive example can be that we imbibe the positive qualities of our society. For example, if a society is high on scientific achievements, then it is probable that the individual will also aspire to be a scientist or something in that domain. And sir, in the same line, with the same its strength, an individual can also have negative qualities. For example, sir, caste system and untouchability are usually socially learned.
Okay. In sociology, conflict theory favors the powerful. True or false?
Sir, I think there cannot be a true or false statement as per my understanding here, because many a times the conflict theorists use their perspective to understand the society from the marginalized section's point of view as well. Sir.
So it's false, no? It doesn't favor the powerful.
Sir, it can favor the powerful also. For example, the libertarian conflict theorists, they think that the capitalists are in a better position to drive the economy and the society. So, sir, it depends upon case to case from my little understandings.
Okay. Sociologists say we are born liars. True or false?
Sir, again, this is a very definitive statement which cannot be answered from my limited understanding. But I think, sir, sociologists is one breed of explorers who try to bank upon scientific evidence. So I don't think they are born liars, sir. They try to come at conclusion based on strong evidence.
Okay. Tell me the things that affect our life chances.
Sir, accident of birth,
Okay.
whether in India particularly, which caste we are born.
Yes, agree. Number one.
So our own, the social infrastructure that we are best
Social class.
Yes, sir. So third is I think the governance architecture in a country also determines the life chances, sir.
ठीक है.
Sir,
Any more?
environment also, I think, is a part which determines the life chances.
Any more?
Sir, the extent to which globalization has impacted the region in which the person is born.
The region is covered already.
Yes.
Region covers everything, environment and all other things.
Okay.
Anything apart from this? Any major thing which affect our life chances?
So gender, if I'm not wrong.
Okay. Can you tell me the role of institutions in our society? Do they perform positive function or just simply favors the powerful?
Sir, in some aspects, the institutions also favor the powerful, which is usually the most probable aspect. Because if you look at the marriage as an institution, it favors the patriarchal mindset,
Okay.
even among the women. There is a concept of bargaining patriarchy. So, however, it can also impact the downtrodden. For example, when educational institutions are reformed and they give new values to the society, then the downtrodden gets a voice, sir.
Do you think institution of marriage is dying?
So there have been sociologists who argue that we are transcending from a marriage society to a no marriage society, to a divorce society, and then ultimately to a no marriage society. Sir, that is evidenced by the rise of practices like live-in relationships. However, I still feel that we are a long way from the point where we can say that the marriage of institution has died or is dying to a great extent.
Okay, my last questions. Tell me who is more privileged, a upper caste gay man or a Dalit man?
So it's a very tough thing to answer because there are double deprivations in both the aspects. However, I think, sir, there has to be a deeper analysis of this question based upon, are we talking about an urban area, a rural area?
Let's say we are talking about urban, in the urban sphere.
So in the urban sphere, I feel that a gay man is much deprived than a Dalit person.
Okay, and in the rural sphere?
So in the rural sphere, the equation can reverse because caste is deeply entrenched, and being a Dalit, I think, is a greater identity curse in the rural areas than urban areas.
But Vaibhav, being a gay in rural sphere is very hard, right, as compared to in urban sphere.
Sir, from my limited understanding, I feel that in the rural areas, there is a lack of understanding of what homosexuality is. So that is why that lack of understanding transcends into a normal attitude towards the homosexual people.
Okay, give me a very general answer again. Who is more privileged, upper caste woman or a Dalit man?
Sir, upper caste woman.
Okay, thank you, Vaibhav.
When is your interview?
So 14th March, 1 p.m.
14 March, right. This is your first appearance before UPSC, right?
Yes, sir.
How many mocks have you taken?
So this is my first offline mock and second overall mock.
How many do you intend to take?
So around 5.
That's good. Maybe, one closer to the, couple of them closer to the date of the interview. But meanwhile, get on the job of preparation. This is a heaven sent opportunity, don't miss it. Let me start with the basics. When you came in, you straight away darted to your seat. Come in, stop, greet the members, greet them in a loud enough voice, greet the chairman, and then nod at the rest. Good morning, sir, and then nod at the rest so that they are included in the meeting. Wait for the command from the chairman to be seated. Okay, that's very important. This is a formal setting. This is not an informal, interaction. It's a formal interaction. Bear that in mind. You will be wearing a formal dress. Where's your coat?
Sir, it's getting stitched, sir.
Okay. The shirt button will be closed.
Okay, sir.
Stand up. Let me see the length of your tie. Way too short. It has to come to the middle of your belt.
Okay, sir.
Okay, please sit down. Vaibhav, we want you to make an appearance from there as though an officer is striding in. And you have everything going for you. Look at your height, look at your presence, physical presence, personality, everything is on the positive side. So you have to leverage these positives. Now, please don't make the mistake of thinking that this is a test of knowledge. It's not. It's not as though, it's a question quiz kind of session in which you ask 10 questions, you get 7 right, so you get 70%. No. We are assessing your personality on a number of criteria. First is integrity. So don't bluff and don't guess. Then we are looking at conceptual clarity, balanced opinions, lucidity of expression, logical thinking, self-confidence and poise, and your general awareness of yourself, your district, state, nation and the world. Now, for one thing, completely stop this phrase of yours, from my limited understanding. Tell me one thing, why should a panel want to pick up a candidate who himself is confessing that he has limited understanding? Right? It's self-defeating because it places you in a position of someone who doesn't know his subject. So completely, yeah. And also, okay sir, you keep saying okay sir, this is again formal setting. And if someone gives you some piece of information, you don't say okay sir, you say thank you sir. Okay. The panelists can say okay, but not you. Now I just wanted to highlight the kind of practical tips which you should engage with now. Take about 80 to 100 of these A4 size sheets. Think of the possible questions that are coming your way. They are coming from your DAF, current affairs, subject and job if any. And then build up a question bank. Each topic you master and then reduce it to 4-5 bullet points in order of priority. That way, when you come to the interview room and then sit in front of a mirror and practice and videograph yourself or get someone to videograph you. That will give you that necessary boost of self-confidence that yes, I can handle whatever is thrown at me. Simple thing. Your answers have to be precise, businesslike and to the point. So see to it that when you're doing that exercise in front of a mirror, 75 seconds to 90 seconds, not more than that. Time yourself. And we are looking to see if you have conceptual clarity, so it has to be very, very pointed, your response. You can't just go into a very general kind of, articulation. I'll give you an example. I asked you about the rule of law. The actual response should be that this idea was brought into prominence by an English jurist, A.V. Dicey, and by that he meant supremacy of the law, equality before the law, and the prevalence of the judicial spirit. This is not me speaking. This is the first page of Google speaking.
Sure, sir.
What was your answer? Your answer was a complete generalization. It did have these principles somewhere in the answer, but they were just not specific enough. It was a very generalized thing, looking into the people's welfare and this and that. You get the point?
Sure, sir.
You have everything to gain. This is going to be a life changer for you. Burn the midnight oil. And again, another thing. Your voice should not be monotonous and an even key. Show that jazba. I have to get into this. Right? All the best. You'll do very well.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Go around these lines.
1 minute present. Vaibhav, honesty, ethical conduct. It's not test of your knowledge.
Sir?
I will take one example from my interaction with you. You claimed that you had gone to Munshari. I asked something and you said I saw Nanda Devi from there. Nanda Devi is not visible from Munshari town. Nowhere in Munshari town. Then I gave you a hint. Did you go to Khalia Top? You said I did not go. If you want to see Nanda Devi, you will have to go up the Khalia Top.
You're right, sir. I was looking at the Nanda Devi base camp trek from my restroom.
Hmm?
I was looking at the Nanda Devi base camp trek, which was available. The view was available from my hotel, and I confused it for Nanda Devi. Sir. The base camp trek is.
Be very careful.
Yes, sir.
All right. The peak which you see from Munshiari is Panchachuli,
Yes, sir.
5 peaks. And people go to Munshiari to have view of Panchachuli. That is the closest point from where one can see Panchachuli.
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Then you confronted me, you might have gone to Nainital route. Now don't confront an interview board member where you are yourself not very sure.
Sure, sir.
Hmm? And never think that if a board member is asking something, he himself is making a wild guess.
Understood, sir.
He may be knowing much better than you.
Yes, sir.
So keep these things in mind. Don't take chance with the interview board member.
Sure, sir.
Huh? It may prove fatal. Hmm?
Sure, sir.
आपको वहाँ एक्सप्लेनेशन देने का मौका नहीं होगा जो अभी आपने मुझको एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया कि मैं देख रहा था नंदा देवी बेस कैंप का रूट.
True.
और ये जैसे ही एक इम्प्रेशन होगा ना कि आपने ब्लफ किया वो नेगेटिव मार्किंग हो जाएगी.
True.
ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank
All
you,
the best.
Best of luck.
sir. Thank you, sir.